Ants and reptiles have an intriguing and unexpected relationship that manifests in various ways. While ants are typically associated with interactions among their own species or with other insects, their interactions with reptiles highlight the complexity and diversity of ecological connections in the natural world. Let's explore some of the notable aspects of the relationship between ants and reptiles in this video. But before this, if you are new to this channel, then subscribe to my channel. Let's back to the video. Food source. Ants are omnivorous creatures, and their diverse diet includes both plant material and animal prey. This makes them a valuable food source for many reptiles. Certain reptiles, such as some species of lizards and snakes, actively prey on ants as a significant part of their diet. These reptiles have evolved strategies to capture and consume ants efficiently. They may use their speed, agility, or specialized feeding mechanisms to catch and eat ants. Mutualism. Some ants and reptiles engage in mutualistic relationships, where both species benefit from the interaction. A well-known example is the relationship between certain ant species and the Texas horned lizard, Phrynosoma cornutum. The ants provide protection for the lizard by swarming potential predators and biting or stinging them. In return, the lizard benefits from the ants' presence as they prey on insects, including ants, thereby reducing the lizard's exposure to harmful parasites and pathogens. Nesting associations. Ants are known for their elaborate nesting structures, and reptiles occasionally take advantage of these structures for their own benefit. Some reptiles, particularly certain snake species, use abandoned ant nests as temporary shelters. The tunnels and chambers built by ants provide protection from predators, extreme temperatures, and other environmental factors. This nesting association allows reptiles to conserve energy and increase their chances of survival. Chemical communication. Ants communicate primarily through the use of chemical signals known as pheromones. These pheromones help ants coordinate their activities, mark territory, and recognize nestmates. Interestingly, reptiles, especially snakes, have been found to produce and release chemical compounds similar to ant pheromones. It is speculated that snakes may use these compounds to mimic ant pheromones, potentially fooling ants into perceiving them as fellow colony members. This mimicry might provide the snakes with certain advantages, such as access to ant prey or avoiding aggressive ant responses. Ant predation on reptile eggs. While ants are valuable food sources for some reptiles, they can also pose a threat to reptile eggs. Ants have been observed raiding reptile nests, including those of turtles and lizards, and consuming the eggs. This behavior can have a significant impact on reptile populations, especially in areas with high ant densities. Some reptile species have developed strategies to protect their eggs from ant predation, such as burying them deeply or selecting nest sites that are inaccessible to ants. The unexpected relationship between ants and reptiles is a fascinating ecological phenomenon that involves mutualistic interactions and unique behavioral adaptations. This relationship mainly centers around certain species of ants and reptiles, particularly lizards, and is commonly referred to as anting or myrmecophily. Anting behavior. Anting is a behavior exhibited by some species of lizards where they deliberately allow ants to crawl on their bodies, often in large numbers. The lizard may remain stationary or move slowly during this process. This behavior is considered a form of symbiosis, where both parties benefit in some way. Benefits to the lizards. One of the main advantages of anting for lizards is the removal of ectoparasites, such as ticks and mites. Ants are known for their grooming behavior and their ability to use formic acid, a defensive chemical, which helps in repelling and eliminating external parasites from the lizard's body. This grooming activity by the ants provides a form of natural pest control for the reptiles. Benefits to the ants. While the exact reasons for ants participating in anting behavior are not yet fully understood, there are some hypothesized benefits for the ants. One possible advantage is the consumption of skin shed by the lizards. Skin is rich in nutrients, and by consuming it, ants can obtain essential proteins and minerals. Commensalism and Mutualism. The relationship between ants and reptiles can be classified as a form of commensalism, where one species benefits, the lizard, while the other, the ants, remains unaffected. However, some researchers argue that it may have elements of mutualism as well, as both parties may gain some advantages from the interaction. Co-evolution and adaptations. Anting behavior has likely evolved over time through a process of co-evolution between the ants and reptiles involved. The lizards that allow ants to crawl on them may have developed specialized behaviors or physical characteristics that make the anting process more beneficial. Similarly, the ants that participate in anting may have developed specific adaptations to facilitate this behavior. Examples of anting lizards. One well-known example of an anting lizard is the Texas horned lizard, Phrynosoma cornutum, also known as the horned toad or horned frog. This lizard species is native to the southwestern United States and northern Mexico. They are often seen lying motionless while ants crawl over their bodies, presumably engaging in anting behavior. It is important to note that the relationship between ants and reptiles is incredibly diverse, and not all species of ants or reptiles engage in the same interactions. The examples provided above highlight some of the general patterns observed in their relationship. Nonetheless, these interactions demonstrate the complex web of ecological connections and adaptations that exist between different organisms in nature. I hope so now you will understand the relationship between ants and reptiles. Thanks for watching my content. If you like my content, press the like button and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for upcoming videos. Thank you. Goodbye.